Leith Hill Legacy is being very well supported, as you can see. Charlie Longston's run it now down to 13 to 8. Did flirt with 6 to 4. It's 7 to 2 bar. Let's go back to Luke.
Well, I fancy Leith Hill Legacy here, but I tell you, the horse we're looking at there, Bird's Dream, definitely has a chance. Let's go and have a quick word with Anna Newton-Smith. They'll come sprint over. Anna, come a quick word with us. What? I mean, I was just saying that Leith Hill Legacy is one I thought that had the best chance, but I think you're the big danger.
Well, if his jumping holds up today, I think he'll run a very nice race. He'll love this ground today. And
that's the key, isn't it?
It is the key. It is. He doesn't really want heavy ground, and it's lovely ground. He'll hopefully get the trip on this as well today.
Is there anything you can do for his jumping then, or?
We've done an awful lot at home, lots of schooling at home, a lot of pole work.
Or something,
yes, poles, a lot of pole work. Just get his confidence. He just seems to chip in when he's not sure. He just rather put a short one in. He loses a bit of ground, but we're working on that. So, and the hurdle race the other day, he jumped so well. I thought we'll have a go over fences now. Have another go.
I hope it works out for you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye.
Shortening in Burgess Dream, as Anna was speaking there, 13 to 2 from 8 to 1. The folks gone back to 7 to 4. There's the 4 betting on screen. Jamie, what's your thoughts here?
Just the Leith Hill Legacy, it's a bit of a brass band scenario. Brass band was edged out with Southall, but Leith Hill Legacy won her big day at Chepstow, and look at the scenario that was set up for her there. She dropped down to a mark of 79. She was able to boss a lesser handicap at Chepstow at a time when Charlie Langston's horses were all fit and all firing. And I just got a question mark against her.
She's disappointed here a couple of times in the past, hasn't she?
Really, yeah. Well, that's interesting as well, because you would think that being a front runner, she's a natural fit for this track, but if it doesn't suit her, and there is a case for horses, of course, of Plumpton, as we've seen already today, then Leith Hill Legacy has just got a point to prove for me, Darryl, 7 to 4, because I suggest that Chepstow everything was right for her there, and now she's got a £7 higher mark, a different track, and a different band of race as well. Eastern Witness is a horse who I've been drawn to and lulled in with before, because there's clearly a big engine there, a bigger engine than he's been able to show, and he just hasn't seen out a race strongly. A bit of fine-tuning though, and Venetia Williams is a past master, or a past mistress you could say, at getting that out of horses. I'm lulled in again by Eastern Witness, because I just think that of 79, he's gone through several races, including over hurdles and fences, as if he's much better than that. And with that reappearance under his belt, I'll just give him one more chance to put it all together, because I'm convinced that there's a handicap winner in there somewhere.
Yeah, very well handicapped on his old form, £15 lower than he was not so long ago. Let's get across to Luke, get some final thoughts, Luke.
Yeah, I thought he was the interesting one, but looking around so bad at Toaster, you know, I'm just loath to him. I've got Leith Hill Legacy. I know what you're saying, but everything went right for her. Just getting a few helping words from Noel Feely. Thank you for that, Noel. I realise I haven't got a clue, but I'll surprise him when the old Leith Hill bounces in, makes every yard of the running, jumps the other silly here. The interesting one to see how Burgess Dream gets on and how that horse jumps. They've been doing some, as we've just heard from Anna, been doing some extensive schooling with the horse at home. I don't know. I just think it was one of those races. There was so many ifs and buts about the horses. Peter Byrne's horses aren't running particularly well at the moment. Mr. McGregor's been second in 4 of his 5 starts over fences. So look, it's bits and pieces, but Leith Hill Legacy for me. Let's see how we go.
Extended 3 miles and a furlong. Ridden away from the start is Mr. McGregor, as Leith Hill Legacy sets off in front, jumping the first of the 18 fences. At the back of the field, a little slow, was Eastern Witness. And now they reach the top of the hill for the first of 3 occasions. Leith Hill Legacy, Sam Twiston Davis out in front. So Burgess Dream and Andy Thornton racing in second. Having been ridden away from the start, Mr. McGregor now gets into a rhythm in third in the hands of Richie McLennan, with Red Anchor and Tom Garner in 4th position as they go towards the fence now. At the beginning of the back straight, Leith Hill Legacy, the clear leader by about a length and a half over that. They're all safely over. Now, nearest pursuer, Mr. McGregor in second. In third is Burgess Dream. In 4th, Red Anchor. And then Kinari and Eastern Witness. Down towards the bottom of the hill, fences 3 and 4. Fourth, of course, the first of the three open ditches. Lethal Legacy leads them over the second fence down the back straight, all safely over. Mr. McGregor in second. Here's the open ditch now for Lethal Legacy. Jumps it well. And they're all safely over. Once again, a little slow at the back of the field was Eastern Witness. Hasn't really had a great cut at his fences so far as they make the station turn. Leith Hill Legacy bidding to follow up that win at Chepstow, out in front in the hands of Sam Twiston Davis. In second, Mr. McGregor and Richie McLennan. And then the Royal Blue Silks on the inside of Burgess Dream. Around the outside, Red Anchor, who won here over course and distance back in March. Kinari and Eastern Witness are the last duo. Red Anchor didn't get terribly high at fence either, not a serious error. On towards the sixth they go. And it is Leith Hill Legacy now getting a bit of company with Mr. McGregor towards her outside as they go over this next plain fence. And again, Red Anchor on the outside was just a little awkward over that and gets ridden away from that fence by Tom Garner. 2 circuits to go. Leith Hill Legacy by half a length. Mr. McGregor in second. And then a break of a couple of lengths back to Red Anchor towards the outside of Burgess Dream. And then Kinari and Eastern Witness yet to pass a rival. Fence 7 taken again by the stables. Leith Hill Legacy almost joined and out-jumped there on the outside by Mr. McGregor, but with the help of the inside rail, Leith Hill Legacy once again will take the lead as they go around the top turn. Leith Hill Legacy to Mr. McGregor in second, Burgess Dream in third, Red Anchor in fourth, and Kinari has always been fifth, and Eastern Witness has always been sixth and last. So now they enter the final 2 miles, making a run now towards fence number 8. At the top of the hill, Leith Hill Legacy was just the leader, but only just, to Mr. McGregor towards her outside in second. Now there's a break of about 2.5 lengths opening up to Burgess Dream on the inside of Red Anchor. Kinari's been taken a little bit wide by Sean Bowen throughout, and is taking the top weight wide again going down the hill with Eastern Witness, who's markedly up in trip today, still held up at the back of the field. Over the next, another plain one, Leith Hill Legacy was the leader. They're going to bunch up now. Now the first last split's no more than about 5 lengths. Open ditch for Leith Hill Legacy, joined in the air once again by Mr. McGregor towards the outside. At the back of the field, Kinari didn't have a great cut at that ditch and has now been relegated to last, and Eastern Witness has improved 1 place. So now through halfway, making the run by the station for the second of 3 occasions. Leith Hill Legacy, Mr. McGregor in second, Red Anchor towards the outside of Burgess Dream, and then Kinari being nudged along towards the outside of Eastern Witness. 2 by 2 they jump the next. Fence number 11, safely over. Leith Hill Legacy still leads, coming up now towards the fence, which in 1 more circuit will be their last. Leith Hill Legacy and Mr. McGregor. Wasn't a great deal between them jumping his fence on the previous circuit. There's about a length betwixt them this time. Leith Hill Legacy was more fluent than Mr. McGregor, who closes up once again on the flat. Leith Hill Legacy with a circuit to go leads now by a neck. It was a half length last time around. Mr. McGregor is in second. Burgess Dream now is a clear third. Eastern Witness has taken another place, has now taken fourth. The 2 struggling are Red Anchor on the outside of Kinari. Fence number 13. Leith Hill Legacy led by half. Mr. McGregor over in second. Burgess Dream still travelling well for Andy Thornton back in third. Eastern Witness in fourth as they go around that top turn. And Kinari is in fifth. Red Anchor now is right out the back and is really shortening in his stride. So they've reached the top of the hill. Now they make the run down towards the next. Fence 14, the 5th from home. Leith Hill Legacy and Mr. McGregor on the outside, and again there's going to be a little between them as they rise over that. Just in a little tight back in third, Burgess Dream, Eastern Witness, and the other 2, Kinari and Red Anchor, still going over that fence, although it looks like Red Anchor was immediately pulled up having jumped fence 14. So they now have just the 4 more fences to take, and Leith Hill Legacy for Charlie Longston and Sam Twiston-Davies still has the lead over Mr McGregor with Richard McLennan towards the outside. Burgess Dream is still right on their coattails back in 3rd, and in 4th Eastern Witness is still snapping at their heels, still going Kinari but a long way behind. The final open ditch is the 3rd from home. Leith Hill Legacy really reached for that, and she's out in front now by about a length and a half. Hard driven, Mr McGregor making the turn in 2nd place, and now Burgess Dream tries to rally, and so too Eastern Witness around the outside. So still 4 of them at the end of the first 3 miles are covered by only about 2 lengths, but they now have another 1/4 mile into the gale, and it is Leith Hill Legacy who leads them back towards home. Eastern Witness to the outside of Mr McGregor. Leith Hill Legacy once again was really accurate and quick over the 2nd last. She has the 18th and final fence in her sight. A willing partner here for Sam Twiston-Davies. Leith Hill Legacy leaps at the last, and she's clear. Burgess Dream in 2nd, Mr McGregor back in 3rd, but it will be Leith Hill Legacy who makes just about all and beats the boys. Leith Hill Legacy tight for 2nd between far side Burgess Dream and near side Mr McGregor.
There won't be many 86 rated horses in the country that can give you a buzz like that. What a fantastic little mare she is. Leith Hill Legacy. I don't think I've ever seen a better, more accurate jumper than her. She is absolutely brilliant. She's of limited ability, but because she tries so hard and really wants it. I mean, Sam Twiston-Davies at the 3rd last, if you get a chance to have a look at the replay of that, he absolutely threw her at that 3rd last fence, and she was literally paddling to get there, but trying her heart out. And the others that were queuing up behind her, just turning in. Again, winged at 2nd last. Lovely stride again at the last. Absolutely foot perfect. Joy to watch that was, and just shows you, doesn't all have to be top class stuff to enjoy a really good horse race. And a lovely, admirable little mare this. I'm going to go have a quick word with Sammy.
Yes, the 2-1 favourite has won then. Leith Hill Legacy from Burgess Dream at 6-1. And you just got to like the manner of the way she did that, because almost from flag 4, they were sort of queuing up, they're just waiting to take their chances. She never allowed them to.
Yeah, even though the record will show that she made all, she was asked a lot of questions at various points of that race, principally by Mr McGregor, who hassled her from the off and was still hassling her on the home turn. Then we saw Burgess Dream and Eastern Witness loom up 3 out, but she repelled them all with a really determined display. And also, she certainly improved this season as well. There was still that question mark after Chepstow whether she was just taking advantage of circumstances that day or whether a corner had been turned. And it's clear, Darryl, from today's performance, all the way win, really determined, really straightforward, and really jumping well. Look at her here at the last even, comes up really responsive to Sam Twiston-Davies. And she is an improved model this season. Fair play to Charlie Longston, who's picked out 2 perfect races for her as well, at Chepstow and now at Plumpton, because they have been winnable races. Burgess Dream has run well. I think that Anna Newton-Smith, who Luke spoke to beforehand, will be pleased with that. Mr McGregor, a sound reappearance by him, even though he's more a play spot horse than a win horse. And you can see, everyone can see for yourself, the problem with Eastern Witness. From a 3 out, he looked a big threat to Leith Hill Legacy. By the line, he was a remote 4th, and that's the problem with him. He just hasn't got the end product, whether it's in the mind or the body. Eastern Witness falls down in that regard. But in terms of attitude and in terms of well-being, Leith Hill Legacy has won again and proved the point.
Yeah, real good.